If a man understands a poem, he shall have troubles. If a man lives with a poem, he shall die lonely. If a man lives with two poems, he shall be unfaithful to one. If a man conceives of a poem, he shall have one less child. If a man conceives of two poems, he shall have two children less. If a man wears a crown on his head as he writes, he shall be found out. If a man wears no crown on his head as he writes, he shall deceive no one but himself. If a man gets angry at a poem, he shall be scorned by men. If a man continues to be angry at a poem, he shall be scorned by women. If a man publicly denounces poetry, his shoes will fill with urine. If a man gives up poetry for power, he shall have lots of power. If a man brags about his poems, he shall be loved by fools. If a man brags about his poems and loves fools, he shall write no more. If a man craves attention because of his poems, he shall be like a jackass in moonlight. If a man writes a poem and praises the poem of a fellow, he shall have a beautiful mistress. If a man writes a poem and praises the poem of a fellow overly, he shall drive his mistress away. If a man claims the poem of another, his heart shall double in size. If a man lets his poems go naked, he shall fear death. If a man fears death, he shall be saved by his poems. If a man does not fear death, he may or may not be saved by his poems. If a man finishes a poem, he shall bathe in the blank wake of his passion and be kissed by white paper.